Hey, so today we're making salsa, like you said. I've already gone ahead and put my tomatoes in here, so we're gonna go ahead and add everything else. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these things right here. Give me 1 second. Let me open up the salt. Beautiful. So let's do 1/8 teaspoon of salt. We don't have an 1/8 teaspoon, so I'm just gonna fill up this about halfway, which is our 4th teaspoon. All right, there we go. It's about 1/8, so just a little pinch of salt there. And then we're going to add our 1/8 teaspoon of cumin. Beautiful. And let's just grab a little bit here. There you go, just a little bit of cumin. 1/8 teaspoon of cumin is in. Next, we need a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. I use garlic powder all the time. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves 1/8 teaspoon of, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Beautiful. Give me a second. I'm actually at home, so this is not my garlic powder. That is my grandma's. And then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. So let's go ahead and grab that. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and measure out 1/2 teaspoon here. Beautiful. Put that on in there. And next up, let's go ahead and we can put this to the side here. Let's go ahead and grab our jalapenos. Right there. Thank you for my grandpa for doing those jalapenos. And then let's go ahead and add some of the onions I chopped up. I'm not going to add all of them, but I'm going to add a decent amount of the onions. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll use the rest of these, but I'll get back to you once we get it on the stove. All right, so here is our mixture. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing it up. I already tasted it once. I'm not the biggest salsa fan in the entire world, but ultimately it didn't taste too bad. I did went with chunky tomatoes. A lot of people in my family were like, no, don't do chunky tomatoes, do crushed tomatoes, but I went with this anyway because this was what I saw at Walmart. So we're going to go ahead and keep stirring here and let you know whenever it comes to a boil. As you can see here, we've got our salsa starting to come to a boil. As you can see, it's got some bubbles coming up all around. I'm going to go ahead and switch hands real quick. I'm going to give it a nice little stir around for just 1 second, just to move everything around a little bit. Beautiful. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and yeah, we'll be back. All right, so I have it boiling right here. As you can see, starting to look and resemble some salsa a little bit. So I'll be back tomorrow whenever I taste it. I'm gonna get this done, get it put in a container, slap it into the fridge, and I'm gonna try it out tomorrow. We'll see how it tastes. All right, so I don't really like salsa that much. So I'm gonna let my dad take a bite of this salsa that we have let sit for 24 hours, pretty much exactly. So he's gonna hand the phone over right now, and we're gonna go ahead and show him trying the salsa here. We let it sit. He's the big salsa guy. I'm not really that big of a salsa fan, but we'll see what happens. Chip broke off. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be that great, but you can go ahead and try it out. How is it?
It's really actually pretty good.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I like it. Well, there you have it. He kind of liked the salsa. So, yeah, this was a success.